All right, everybody. Thank you guys for being here once again. Welcome to the Power Up and Market Update. Thank you for those of you that turned on your cameras and I could see you. And thank you for your energy, your presence. Thank you for showing up today on a holiday, on a wonderful holiday, Martin Luther King Day. And I just I was reflecting on some of the quotes that he wrote, and one of my favorites that he wrote, and I was kind of reflecting on this one today. I'm going to share it with you guys. It says, the ultimate measure of a man and woman is not when he stands it's where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in the times of challenge and controversy. Right? That's a quote that I was reflecting on, that I would just wanted to share with you guys. But thank you guys for being here on a holiday. Thank you for showing up. And the intention of this meeting is to empower you with the best information possible, kind of letting you guys know what's going on in the market. That way you're fully empowered so you could bring massive amount of value for your customers. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being on time. And just wanted to share a little bit about our movement and, you know, how we all started up. I shared just briefly. This is how we have a total of almost 2,000 agents in our organization, but it started off with these three gals here. I think the 90's in here right now, so I hope you could see this. The 90, I don't know if you're in the background, but you know, these three gals were the ones that said yes to the decision of us partnering with EXP, and here we are 4 years later, almost 2,000 agents later. So just wanted to give a huge shout out and gratitude to these three ladies here. So thank you so much. Just a little bit about our movement. And the vision, right? Our vision is to become a global leader in the real estate industry by partnering with the most productive, innovative, and purpose-driven leaders who are dedicated to driving growth and success for our agents and teams, and to provide exceptional service to our clients, right? It's really all about service and bringing a massive amount of value. The other thing is, let me go ahead and mute here. Sorry, I think I caught somebody's microphone. Boom, there it is. All right. So this is our goal. Our goal is to serve 21,000 families this year, 10 billion in production, and to grow an organization of 10,000 agents. That is the goal of 2023. I'm sharing my goals weekly. You should be looking at your goals, by the way, daily, right? At least twice a day. I like to look at my goals in the morning and before I go to bed, because that's going to be constantly, right? You're going to be creating a habit and getting into conversation and dialogue, and also sharing this information with other people also holds you accountable, right, to what you created for yourself. So I just wanted to share that, you know, with what our goals are, and talking about our powerful trainings that we have coming up. This week, we have, I think, 10 trainings that we have lined up for you guys. And the design of each training is really all about productivity, lead generation, skill building, content creation. And let me see. Terry, can you drop the link, if you can, for the trainings as well into the chat, just so everybody makes sure that they dial in everything into their calendars. We're committed every single week to bringing you guys the best of the best. And these trainings, I'm actually, you know, bringing you guys the practitioners, the people that are really crushing it in their field and that are productive, that have the best skills. And there's several leaders that are actually doing trainings in this actual Zoom right now. So I'm just wanting to give thanks for those of you that are stepped up in leadership and crushing it. Terry just dropped into the chat the call lineup, and I'm going to go ahead and share the screen just so I can kind of go over the trainings really quick. Give me 1 second here, but you guys should have that. Make sure you guys save it. And let me see, Terry, I think I just popped it up and it's still loading. I don't know if the link is working. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Here we go. Again. Let me see. I clicked on it and it's loading. So I don't know if it's that one or maybe another one. Okay. We can come back to it. All right, perfect. I'm going to keep moving on. We'll come back to the trainings, but Terry will make sure that we drop in the right link. One of the trainings that I want to talk to you guys about is this one. This is the Content Creator Mastermind with Jose Ojeda. He is a young man. Last year, get this, he did 83 transactions. He has less than 10,000 followers on Instagram and got all of his business through Instagram, right? So for those of you that are really interested in learning and developing your social media, right? And what is possible. 83 transactions, right, off of Instagram. He's very intentional. The way he's done it, because I've had conversations with him, and I'm like, oh my God, he's hyper intentional with this platform, right? So I would definitely encourage you guys to save the date for this event. This is going to be happening on Wednesday at 2:00 with Jose Ojeda. If you guys don't follow him on social media, make sure you guys do follow him on social. But he's very intentional, very proactive, 83 transactions. And I think this year, his goal is to crush 100 transactions. And he does not have a team, by the way. So this is an individual agent that's just crushing it on social media. Some of the other things, I have some events that I've been invited to speak on. So I just wanted to share with you guys that. We have the Go Heavy event. I'm going to be speaking with Inky Johnson, also Nick Santonastaso. It's his last name. I kind of don't say his name correctly, but this guy has one of the most inspirational stories. He's going to be speaking on that stage as well. David Meltzer as well. I actually bumped into this guy in Laguna Beach not so long ago, but they're all motivating, extraordinary leaders. I'm going to have the opportunity to speak on stage with them on the 25th. So if you guys do want to get tickets for that event, it's goheavyevent.com. Make sure you guys sign up for that. It's going to be a powerful event. That is a paid event. There's a free event that's happening also in the city of Brea that I've been invited to speak on the 18th from 3 to 5. So if you guys are interested in that one's all about transforming your results. I'm going to be giving a live presentation, so make sure you save the date for that. If you can go to that, it's in the city of Brea. And at the end of the month, I also have an event that's going to happen in also Brea. And this one is going to happen at the end of the month. I'm going to be speaking with Kaya Redford, Veronica Buccelli, Gabe Mendez, which crushes it as well, right? He generated over 7 figures. Also somebody that is highly productive on social. So Kevin James, also brilliant marketer, Elizabeth Gonzalez, Hugo Lopez, title guy, awesome leaders, been in the business a long time. There's going to be a ton of value. Also a free event. That event is called Beast Mode. So make sure you save the dates. Hope to see you guys there. So 3 events, right? The 25th, the 18th, and also the 31st. So coming up, you guys got a lot of powerful events. I'm also doing a live presentation this Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And with Glenn Sanford, our founder of EXP, he's going to be sharing an update on what's going on in the industry. Obviously, if you guys, notice the market's changing, the world's changing really fast. So I found that, you know what? Why not get our founder of our company, right? The founder of the fastest growing real estate company in the history of real estate, that is now in 24 countries and all 50 states. I want to get this billionaire's perspective. So I'm going to be bringing him on Facebook Live. So if you guys want to get access to this, go on my Facebook. I am going to be going live with Glenn Sanford. This is going to be awesome. So make sure you don't miss this conversation. Something else that I did this weekend that I just wanted to share with you guys, because I got so much value by being in this mastermind. My mentor, Brent Gove, actually invited me to hang out with Dennis Waitley at his property with a couple of high-level leaders that this weekend was life-changing, right? And I always tell everybody this all the time. The people you surround yourself with, the rooms that you're in can change your life. And I could tell you guys that my life has been changed this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, by being in this high-level mastermind, being in his house here in La Jolla. And Dennis Waitley, for those of you know about him, maybe you don't know about him, he is an author of almost, I think, 10 books. He's spoken on stages with 15,000 people. And this is him right here in the center of the picture. He's a young 90 years old. And for 2 days, this guy was dropping gem after gem after gem after gem. It really gave me inspiration to be 90 years old, to be honest. I've never met somebody so optimistic, so positive about life, right? Like his attitude, his personality, like what he was about, it impacted my life so much. And I'm just so grateful, right? And just being in the right room and proximity. And I'm very grateful that you guys are here, right? Because one of the things that he really was sharing about was the perspective of time. and how the relationship to time, how at different stages of our life, we're going to perceive time differently. It's going to feel different, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys can think about that and feel that at 90 years old, his time, how he sees the world right now is much different than what he saw it at 6 years old. And he described time in a very simple way that I wanted to share with you guys because I thought it made a big difference for me. He said, for a 6-year-old, Christmas seems like it's 10 years away, right? If it's right now and they're waiting for Christmas to get presents, right? And I remember as a kid, I felt like Christmas took forever to get here. He said, but as a 90-year-old, Christmas feels like it's only 6 days away. It feels like it's like the time, it's moving extremely fast, right? So that was one of the biggest things that he said, like the perception of time. And now the majority of the things that throughout his life that he wasn't paying attention to, like the clouds, the sun, the trees and the flowers and the birds, everything around him right now, every single moment for him is exquisite. And I just thought that was a beautiful way to live. His methodology, his psychology, right? And the other thing is that, he is very well off. He has several properties that are worth, 10, 15, 20 million. He's been able to impact millions of lives. He's impacted most of the people that you guys look up to, like Les Brown, Jim Rohn. He was also best friends with Ronald Reagan. I mean, the wealth of knowledge that this man has and the relationships that he has and the wisdom that he was able to deliver. And the one thing I thought, I'm like, hey, this guy probably had it going on since he was really young. The cool thing that what he shared was that he didn't make more than $1,000 all the way up until he was 55 years old. He was making $1,000 a month all the way to 55. He knew he had a passion to serve, to be a servant leader, to give back, to contribute to humanity. I mean, he always had that within his heart. But it never took off for him. He never knew that by him talking, he could make a living out of it. Everyone around him, his family, his mom would tell him like, man, all you do is talk. You talk so much. He said, I never knew that I could make a living and impact humanity, just by talking. So he didn't get his real success until he was 55 years old. And he was sharing like, I'm a late bloomer. I didn't get into my success until 55 years old. I didn't make more than $1,000 up until then. So I wanted to share that with you because wherever you're at in your journey in this moment in time, just know that you're being guided. You're absolutely where you need to be. And everything that is happening in your life right now is happening for your greatest good. Everything is God is preparing you every single step of the way, guys. Every single step of the way, everything that is happening is preparing you for what's to come. And that was just like so awesome to hear him say something like that, because it gave me, when I was reflecting about it, gave me confirmation. I'm on the right track, right? I'm on the right track. I'm doing the best that I can every single day. And that was really great. A book that I'm reading right now, it's called Seeds of Greatness. That's one of the books that he's the most known for. You guys should totally check that out. And the most beautiful thing that happened is that one of the gals in there is good friends with Les Brown, and Les Brown hasn't spoken to Dennis Waitley in over 30 years. And literally Les Brown FaceTimed this gal named Adora here on the picture, which is this gal here. And Les Brown actually shared for about 2 minutes, and Dennis Waitley was saying, hey, Les, man, thank you so much for all the stuff that you're doing for humanity. And it's been so amazing learning from you. And Les Brown told him, he's like, Dennis, he's like, you have no idea. He's like, I am the man that I am today because of your book, Seeds of Greatness. He said, my teacher, Leroy Washington, when he told me, that I had the ability to learn, I had the ability to grow, I had the ability to develop myself, he gave me your book, Seeds of Greatness. So think about Les Brown. Les Brown attributed all of his success and the man he is and what he's done to his book, right? To Seeds of Greatness. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I mean, I have notes and notes and notes of pages of things that I took away. But just the moral of the story, guys, is plug in, right? You have a learning mindset. Always be open-minded to learning, developing, and getting yourself into uncomfortable situations. Like, You always got to be in rooms where you're feeling like you're learning, right? Not where you're comfortable, where you're a little uncomfortable, where people are going to help you to level up. And that's one of the things that I've been hyper intentional about since early in my career. I've always, whenever I got to the point where I was the smartest person in the room, I got really nervous, right? So you got to be around environments where you're being pushed and you're being pulled to your greatness, and it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. This man is also huge on habit. He talks about this on habit and how we form habits and how it's for the brain, right? For the mind to form a habit, it doesn't just, affirmations are part of it, right? Like you could say, I am wealthy, I am successful, I am whatever you want to say. The affirmation is going to be part of it, but it's not precise enough. So you have to mentally rehearse, right? Let's just say you have a goal to have financial success, or you want your real estate business to be at a certain point, or you want your body to look a certain way, or you want your relationship to look a certain way, or whatever it is that you want to create, right? What does that look like? You can create a powerful statement in the present moment, right? Because all of the affirmations that he was saying, you have to say it in the present, and then it has to be personal to you, right? You have to make your affirmations around, and I give you an example. It could be like, and Lemighty just dropped it into the book, The Psychology of Winning, another extraordinary book that Dennis Waitley wrote. But it could be like, I, Leo Robles, weigh 215 pounds. I'm lean and toned and fit, and I feel full of life, right? Like that is more precise, because the brain understands and only understands when you give it commands that are very precise. So you have to make it present in the now. When you make an affirmation or a goal, it has to be in the present. It has to be personal. It has to be you included, obviously. And it has to be, it was present purpose. It was present in the now, right? I forgot the third one. I just lost my train of thought right now. But it's those three things. It's in the present, it's personal, and it's precise. That was the third one that I wanted to get to. It's precise. You got to be extremely clear, because the mind only takes precision, right? Because you could tell yourself, oh my God, I am, I'm healthy and fit, and your subconscious mind is going to say, yeah, right. Like you're eating donuts and you're eating this and you're eating that, right? So you have to give your mind very precise commands. That way it can accept your command and it can believe it. And Dennis Waitley, he's all about habit. He's all about habit. He said it takes at least 21 days for you to form a new habit. So you have to repeat it, not only verbally, but psychologically, being able to visualize that over time, because he also trained Olympic athletes, and just said it's such a massive difference. So I got a lot of more stuff. If you guys want to hear some more of the key takeaways, I did do a video on YouTube, where you can find on my YouTube channel, where I wrote down and I was sharing about, for about 20 minutes of all of the takeaways that we had during the session. It was just like powerful. So the weekly market update, what's going on in the marketplace right now, right? So I did the stats for LA, Orange County, San Bernardino, Riverside, and San Diego. So active inventory in LA is 976, 267 in Orange, 309 in San Bernardino, 552 in Riverside, and 448 homes active. We have pending in LA, 655, 309 in Orange, 338 in San Bernardino, 489 in Riverside, and 481 in San Diego. Closed volume, almost $1 billion in LA, 941 million. Almost half a billion in Orange County, 425 million in OC, 157 million in San Bernardino, 277 in Riverside. San Diego, we have 331 million in volume. By the way, guys, this is the last 7 days, okay? So I understand some sales are down, interest rates are higher, there's a lot of skepticism in the marketplace. Yes, it's a little bit more intentional effort that you have to do every single day, and there is still business happening daily, as you could see, right? The days on the market have increased, as you could see as well. Average days on the market, 43 days on average. It looks like here, LA, OC, 38 in San Diego, 51 in Riverside, 53 in San Bernardino. So the average days on the market have definitely increased. So it's almost taking double what it used to sell a house. You know, before I was looking at the stats and it was 18 to 20 days and the house was gone. Right now, the average days on the market, it's more like 45, right? Based on all these 5 counties. And by the way, if you're in a county that I didn't cover, use your MLS. That's how I found this information. You can look at the active inventory in the last 7 days. You can look at the pending inventory in the last 7 days and how much closed in the last 7 days. Just with that, though, that's almost $2 billion in production that just closed in the last 7 days. So I always want to be mindful and conscious and make you aware of what is the actual facts of the numbers. Yes, sales are down, right, in certain markets and pockets. But one of the things that you got to focus on, as you already know, is what you can control. What can you control? Well, you can control your actions every single day. What are you consciously doing every single day with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your actions, right? Most important thing, because you could feel your way or you could think your way into success all you want. But if you don't execute with the action, there's not going to be anything that's going to be created, right? Expired inventory. Last week, I shared we had almost 3,000 expireds, which has been the largest number of expireds I've ever seen. This is a huge market, by the way, that you can go after. Last week, in the last 7 days, we had 561 homes expired off market. You can have platforms like Vulcan 7. There's Red X. There's a bunch of different platforms out there where you can get this data. And I would also encourage you guys, get face-to-face, right? You can door knock these properties, especially if they're in proximity to your marketplace. But that's how many expired last week. This is a huge market. If you want to take more listings, this is a really good way to use your time. The stock, what's happening with our company stock, right? We're worth almost $2 billion. We are and if you look at every other real estate company, we are the real estate company that's valued the most on Wall Street. Last week, our stock was $11.11. This week, it's $13.41. So our stock actually went up from last week, which is really cool. And the next thing that I want to share is let me see, I got my, hold on a second. Yes, I want to go into what we're going to be creating, boom, here it is. So what we're going to be creating this week, you got to get hyper intentional, very precise, right? Like what we're talking about, what are you going to create this week? How many listings are you going to sign? How many open escrows, how many closings, and if you have agent attraction as a goal, right, which is to grow the organization, a team, or brokerage, what is that number? Make sure you write that down, get very clear, and develop a plan and review that plan in the morning and in the evening. Review it every single day. The next slide here. Who I am is the possibility of being powerful, resourceful, and energetic, right? Those are 3 words that I just made up right now. But pick a theme for your week. How are you going to show up? Because what is going to give you your energy when you're interacting with your clients every single day, your energy behind everything, the action, is going to be what's going to cause you the greatest success. Because you could take action with lower quality energy and you're going to find yourself, really dragging and really struggling to get your wheels turning. But if you really get yourself clear and you get yourself really centered and focused around the way that you're being with your energy and your enthusiasm and your excitement, that's going to really make a huge difference in your output, right? If you call 10 people and your energy is very low and very pessimistic, your results are probably going to be very low, right? So high energy equals high results. That's my perception. Right? I want to work with positive, excited, grateful people. I don't want to work with negative Nancys. I don't. Right? So don't be a negative Nancy and don't be a negative person, and bring your energy to your conversations every single day. Right now, you guys got to go do everything, right? Everybody asks me, well, what do I do right now? Well, you got to do everything, every action you could possibly take, right? So what is that? You got to have a powerful morning routine every single day. You got to feed yourself first. That way you can get your energy right. I don't show up to my meetings like this. I don't show up to my video mark. I don't show up to anything without making sure I check myself first. How am I energetically feeling? What is my intention, and then I allow that to give me the energy and the words and everything that's going to cause as a result. So make sure that you're spending some time in the morning to really get yourself ready, right? Warm up the engine, warm up the mind. Also, read, watch videos on motivation, watch videos that are going to help you to learn. Because right now, the other thing is that we have is that, again, like always, right? Media is going to give you a narrative. You create the narrative. What is the narrative that you want to create for yourself, for your family, for your future, for 2023? This can be the greatest year of your life. It will be the greatest year of your life if you choose to. You have to choose it. You got to get yourself, movement, right? And one of the things that, again, I'm going back to Dennis Waitley, but he said, whatever you don't use, you will lose, right? And that ties into movement. Right? Like make sure you're circulating your blood, you're getting exercise, even if it's just 10 minutes, guys. Like sometimes I can't get my full hour of a workout in. I like to go hiking. I like to go out to the stairs. I like to go walking. I like to lift weights. I like to do yoga sometimes. I like to get on my bike. But make sure you guys are stimulating your bodies and making your blood flow, because whatever you don't lose, you will lose. Whatever you don't use, you will lose. I don't know if I said that correctly, but you guys get my message. Visualize your day. Again, visualize your day. Get very intentional about that. Every single day as well. Get two appointments. Drive yourself. And I want you guys to have a different mindset about setting up appointments, because if I say setting up appointments, it's like, that's not really motivating. But what if you said, today, I'm going to go out and bless 2 people's lives. So who are the 2 people that I am going to bless with my service today? Who are the 2 people that I am going to bless today with my service? Look at it from that perspective, right? Because you are a gift. You are a gift to your customers. You are a gift to everyone around you. You really want to make sure that, again, I wanted to reframe that a little bit for you guys. Grow your brand on social media. Get active on social media. If you guys have noticed an uptick on my social media, it's because I had my coach that told me, Leo, you got to do more videos. And that's what I've done. I'm doing 500 videos for 2023. So I'm not saying you guys should do that, but increase your visibility, because how visible you are is going to be how much business you can attract. Share your goals with your friends that are going to also be on a growth perspective, right? Don't share your goals with people that don't have goals, because if you share your goals with people that don't have goals, they most likely won't give you positive feedback because they're not up to anything. So you got to share your goals with people that are up to something. And prospect. This is a contact sport, guys. This is a contact sport. You cannot do this without having conversations. Your 3 jobs, if you want to summarize it, like very simple. What's your job every single day? It's talk to buyers, talk to sellers, and negotiate contracts. Those are your job. That's your job. That is your intention, right? Every day. The more you do that, by the way, the luckier you're going to get. Also, build relationships and bring value. Bring value and build relationships. It's a loop. That's your focus. And KV Core, the CRM that we use, make sure that you guys are also using the CRM. Make sure you're dialing in your contacts, you're into that system. That way it can now enhance your activities. That way you can have your conversations, and then KV Core can then, or any other system you guys are using, can help you to leverage your time and energy and effort. The other thing here, this is the book that I was telling you guys about that I am reading. It's called Seeds of Greatness. Again, Mr. Dennis Waitley, right? These are the top 10 points. Set clear and specific goals. We talked about that. Believing yourself and your abilities. Take consistent and persistent action towards your goals, right? Stay focused and disciplined in the face of obstacles and setbacks. Continuously learn and improve yourself and your skills. Surround yourself with positive and supportive people, right? Maintain a growth mindset and always strive for self-improvement. Take calculated risks and embrace failure as a learning opportunity. That was the other thing I wanted to share with you guys. Dennis Waitley, right? He shared with this, and I forgot to tell you guys. At 85 years old, he said you only get old once. One time. It's a one-time thing when you get old. And he said for him, it was 85. He said he never felt old. throughout his whole life. The first time that he felt old was at 85 years old, and he had a health setback. He had something that a heart valve that wasn't working properly. So he had to get a new valve, and started to get into rehabilitation. He got himself back up and running, and then a year later ends up getting throat cancer. And the throat cancer ended up impacting him so hard that he had to go through multiple, I think he did like over 25 radiation treatments. And one of the things that his son said was that this man lives what he preaches, right? Even after all 25 of the chemo, radiation, all that stuff, this man was still smiling, still optimistic about getting ahead, still positive. And he was using what he had learned throughout his whole life to focus on like his reality and what he wanted to create. So it was just so amazing for me to see him. And while we were in his home, this man can't even eat food right now. He's only able to drink because his body can't produce saliva in this moment in time. So maintaining a growth mindset always, guys, no matter what is going on. When stuff hits the fan, that's when all this stuff needs to get put in place, right? So whatever you're dealing with, make sure you're focusing your life force energy on what it is that you can create. Make sure that you guys are also, if you guys obviously already know Terry, our amazing director of operations. So this is just our team, our value. Make sure that you guys are obviously in tune. If you guys are onboarding anybody, if you guys need to get a refresher, make sure you reach out to Terry. Also, if you guys need help with media for your pictures on your listings, reach out to Exclusive Studios and our lender partner, Neil Anders with Trusted Rate. I'm also going to drop his information into the video, into the chat, just so you guys can have that. And basically, that is the conclusion of our meeting for today. Thank you for being here. That is the weekly market update for you guys. This has been recorded. Obviously, you guys can have it on demand. And I hope to see you guys at our trainings. We have about a training or two a day. So make sure that you guys are tuning in. I wasn't able to pull up the link with the actual training calendar, but I will be sending it. Actually, you guys already have it in your email. The email went out. You guys should have the classes in your inbox with all of the Zoom links. So make sure you guys are tuning in, plug in, be in the right room. But that is the conclusion of our team leader training. And if there's anything at this moment in time that anybody wants to share, this would be the opportunity to do so. But that is the formal part of our meeting. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. If anybody wants to share any ahas, anything you took away from it, anything like that, that'll be amazing to share at this moment in time. If you guys don't, we will conclude the session. And says Jara's expired listing training every Monday. Correct. Jara, yes. Yeah. Or Hada's. Yeah. Hada's expired listing training. Here, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys real quick. Let me see. I was trying to click on the link you sent, Miss Terry, and I don't think I was able to pull it up. So
it works. I double checked.
Let me see. I just pulled it up on my email. 1 second. All right. 1 second here. It might be my computer. And now I lost you guys. I can't even find my sharing option. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So these are the trainings, guys. This is what I meant. There we go. So the Monday Mastermind with Dream Chasers with Joseph Trujillo. This is the one I was talking about. He runs a very, very powerful training at 9 o'clock. So it's an hour before this one. Yeah, with JJ Hada from 9 to 10. We have weekly scripts, Zoom calls as well with Jose, with Lily. Make sure you guys are tuning in as well. And the other training, you guys are participating in it right now, the weekly Power Up and Market Update. Mr. Mo and crushes 140 transactions a year. He does a skills mastery. Him and his wife are out in the Bakersfield area. They absolutely crush it. They're doing trainings Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9:15. Make sure you guys tune into that. Also, contracts, disclosures, KV Core, Tech Tuesday, appraisal. Richard Dascom, Jamie Durity, also top producers. They've been in the business 35 plus years. This is a great training. This is in your emails, by the way, already. So if you guys are wondering where are these links, they're in your emails already. The event talked about this already. The content creator talked about this already. The weekly Zoom talked about that. Angel and Patty, 200 listings a year. They also do a listing class every Thursday. And then we have Friday listing presentations with Marilu Bailon as well. So this has been in your inbox already. We sent it out yesterday. So if you guys do not have it, make sure you guys send me a message and I can go ahead and forward that over to you guys. But that is the conclusion of our meeting. Thank you guys for being here and create an amazing day. Let's go.